Arafoe akwaba at the back #1 channel and news akoso ene de epa ewo man no ye ko ne kohwehwe na papa no yaso ne so na e de abram na mehu na mate de akoso ne de epa ewo man no ha Ghanatube so na mamu nim say training news akoso o Ghana ha say esese adafo eten de kofa e de abram no omunso omate ndi yenkwen na ngotie yenkohwe ensem akoso ene de epa ewo man.
We'll now head to the courts where embattled former head of the National Signals Bureau, Ghanatube Boahen, has been rearrested and is currently in detention at the Economic and Organized Crime on a separate charge. His lawyer, Samuel Atachia, explains that the former Signals Bureau director was rearrested and detained at midnight on May 13th. Lawyer for Ghanatube Boahen, Samuel Atachia, in an engagement with the media, said the leaked memo written by the former Signals Bureau director detailing various expenditure during his tenure was to advise the current National Security Coordinator to draw the attention of the Attorney General and IOCO that they are treading on slippery rope. Well, let's connect with Lord Edwasare. He is our court correspondent for a bit more on this story. Lord, good afternoon. What else happened in court today?
Right, so when we got to court, the judge had indicated or found out from the Deputy Attorney General who led the prosecution today regarding the state of matters, because for the last agenda before, he had ordered the prosecution to file their witness statements. And so today the Deputy Attorney General indicated that his witnesses had signed their witness statements, and so they were ready to take orders from the court. But at that point, the lawyer for Ghanatube Boahen, the former Signals Bureau director, Lawyer Atachia, indicated that his client had been detained by IOCO on an unrelated matter. This was after the judge hearing the matter indicated that since the 7-day remand of Ghanatube Boahen has elapsed, his bail conditions had now been reinstated. And can you recall that the last time we were in court, the Attorney General brought Ghanatube Boahen to be remanded because he indicated that he had a potential to, as it were, interfere with the witnesses of the prosecution. Well, the 7-day had elapsed, and so his bail conditions, which was the 18 million he justified, had now been reinstated. Now, with Lawyer Atachia raising this, it brought about new questions, but he did not get all those answers in the court because the judge directed that the prosecution file their disclosures and then serve it on the defense counsel, and then
are we saying that the rearrest happened before the courts could confirm or reaffirm the expiration of his detention in IOCO?
Okay, so at the last agenda, the judge ordered that after the 7-day remand, he would be released and then his bail conditions be reinstated. And that elapsed at midnight today. And so Atachia indicated that his client was released and then rearrested at midnight, even before they could come to court, right? And so he was drawing the attention of the court that as he speaks, or as he was talking to the court, his client had just come from the office, or he had come from the detention of IOCO, because that's where he was being held until he was brought to court. Now, the new matter that he had been charged with had to do with the water company limited. Atachia noted that he had been hinted that new charges had been offered against his client, that he had procured new gadgets, equipment, and internet services for the Ghana Water Company, and that was what the investigations for the new charges were concerned.
For any for some also any the epa or man edika edit no and not say we need a gusu our way. A measure pass a wooty and hydrogen out a fast and some moja. Fefe Eddie Amame ever comment section. Young Queen, near good tea in seminary near Etwason.
And was about, but for the old charges that have to do with the causing financial loss to the state, stealing and money laundering, his bill hasn't been reinstated. So the two are actually two different cases still running concurrently, because although he has his bail condition has been reinstated, he has been detained because of another matter, which is unrelated, because that matter, as we speak, is not before the court came in.
I see, and we don't know what that matter is at this time.
More details of that matter will be given, because Assange indicated that he's going to see the EUCO officials and then get the governance of the matter. But he did see some light and indicated that it had to do with his clients procuring some gadgets and equipment for the Ghana Water Company, and that, and as well as providing internet services. And so that is the matter, as far as you can tell, a little bit, or just a scratch of the surface of the matter that his client is facing. We can listen to what Assange told us earlier.
The judge, at the last sitting, the judge ordered that he should have his freedom yesterday, and they said they have another matter that they are investigating concerning him. So when he was supposed to have his freedom, by their calculation, they released him midnight and then rearrested him on the basis of the newfound matters they were looking at. But the question is, in the period in which he had the freedom, why didn't they deal with the matter? And they'll leave it till midnight and rearrest him. Is somebody very excited incarcerating another Ghanaian with all manner of tactics will aid justice, and that is unfortunate.
So he's in the custody of EUCO right now?
He's gone back to EUCO, and I'm going there now for me to come to terms with what is the new matter, what is the new issue. You see, because he's been there all this while, and if there were serious matters of consequence, and he's on bail, huge bail, 80 million Ghana cedis bail. He's living nowhere. Boahen's name and that of Angela, they are all over the nation, our borders and our airports. They are going nowhere. So I believe that we should come clean that this is not a personal vendetta. This is a man that you believe you have some criminal case against, and give him space to defend himself. And give him also the freedom that now the Supreme Court has decided that there's no case which is not bailable, including murders. Provided always they will exact on you conditions for you to appear before the court to defend yourself. So I do not think we are going to rewrite the criminal jurisprudence of Ghana because of one man.
This fresh arrest, does it include the wife and the third accused person?
I am not sure. I mean, who are involved, and I'm going to find out from them what it entails, and I'll be able to address it.
Samuel Atachia is lawyer for the embattled former National Signals Bureau Director Kwabena Boahen. Earlier was our court correspondent, Lord Eduasare.
Now, Ghana's cocoa exports is set to increase from next year with a pragmatic approach to boost production. Speaking at the ongoing Oil and Gas African CEO Summit in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, President John Mahama said government is minded about the third spot of the export resource and will be deliberate about its economic boom.
Rely on our major exports are gold, followed by oil and gas, and then cocoa. Cocoa used to be the biggest export item for Ghana. I think it's about number 3 now because of a loss of production due to climate change, but it's building back up. And so while oil is gone down, we benefit from the gas, because I think the gas is more beneficial to Ghana than the oil, because we're using gas to produce power, and it allows us to produce power comparatively lower than if we were using like crude oil completely. Fortunately, the West African power pool is operational, and so any excess power we're able to evacuate to Burkina Faso and other countries, and so that's a good thing. But
Ghanatube so